Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to change the head gasket on this Cub Cadet LTX150 lawnmower. This has the 24 horse Kohler 275cc Kohler Courage engine. I've already got this apart, but I just lightly reassembled everything, and we're going to take this apart really quick. So like I said, this has the SV725 engine, but I believe a lot of the 725cc engines are pretty similar. First thing we need to do is take the cover off. So we're going to remove these two screws right there. I believe those are 10mm. Next, we're going to remove 4 more screws from the cover here to get it loose. So there's one right here and one right there. I believe those are 8mm screws. I'll come to the other side here. We're going to remove these two, one right here. This one also has a clip on it. And then this one right here. Then we're going to remove the 10mm screws here holding on the fuel pump and unclip this line here. Now this takes a little bit of tugging. But you can take this cover off without removing the gas tank. You just have to really pull it out. I kind of set the camera here so you can kind of see. But all I did is get a good stance here, push in on the gas tank with my thumbs, slide that cover up like that, and it's out of the way. Now we are going to loosen these bolts here on the intake. These are also 8mm. You'll need a deep well with an extension. You don't have to take these out. They can just sit there because you're not gonna, well, I guess we're removing this side over here. So you don't have to completely take this out, just get it loosened so that the carburetor and intake can kind of slide off. Now we're going to remove these two screws as well on the other side of the intake. These bolts are 8mm. Now we're going to remove this heat shield. It's a 10mm bolt here, 10mm bolt right there, and an 8mm bolt right there. Now we'll unplug our spark plug wire there, and that heat shield will come right off. Now we're going to remove this heat shield over here. I don't have the bolts in there anymore, but I believe it's a 10mm right there, an 8mm be right there at the end of my finger, and then two 10mm bolts that will be right down here. And then you will be able to slide this heat shield out of here. It's a little bit of a pain, but you just need to wiggle it out. Now we're going to remove the two exhaust bolts. There's one right here. Then there's one on the back side right here. Now remove the valve cover right here. So there's 4 bolts, one right here, one right there, one right here, one right here. Now all we have left to do is remove the 4 head bolts. There's one right here. There is one right here, one right here, and one right here. These will break loose pretty hard. I had to use a 1/2-inch ratchet. I used a 13mm, and then once you remove these bolts, we'll be able to slide our head off. Alright, we don't have to pull the bolts all the way out. They can just kind of sit in there, and you can kind of wiggle. Careful you don't lose your push rods here. I'm actually just going to slide these out right now. These push rods are interchangeable. They are the same length and size. And now, I'm just gonna pull this out here. Just like that. Like I said, I've already had this apart, so the gasket came right out with it. But when I first took mine off, the gasket stuck right on here. Just like that. So I could actually hear the air hissing out of the gasket here, and when I would turn it over by hand, it would actually puff air right down here. And you can see on the gasket right here, this spot right here was gone. and so that's where it was leaking from. And on the cylinder head, you can also see where it was leaking by. You can see this spot right here where it was blowing through right there, and you can see where the gasket was gone, and it was just blowing air right through there, and you can kind of see the debris path there. So at this point, you need to peel your old exhaust or your old head gasket off, and then I'm going to take a razor blade and clean all of this material off from the head or off from the block, and get this surface all nice and clean so it's ready for the new gasket. I've got this Kohler head gasket kit right here that I will have linked down in the description below. If I can't find this exact kit on Amazon, I will find the equivalent of it. But I like this one because USA made right there. So now we've got our surface cleaned up relatively well. I just make sure that this is all smooth. Don't have to get crazy with it, but I like to make sure that everything's smooth and cleaned up relatively well. Razor blade is usually a pretty good tool here. But you just want to be able to scrape that excess gasket off there. So now we're going to open up our kit here and stick our gasket back in there. The guy at the parts store told me that this was an updated gasket, which is why it's a little bit different shape. But it lines up well with the other one. It'll stick out a little bit, but that's not a big deal. So when mine came out, it had these numbers here facing out. So that's how I'm going to put the new one back in. So we'll have it just like that. You can see the numbers out right there. And now at this point, we're just going to start reassembling the way that we took it apart. Make sure you have your head here cleaned in the similar fashion, and then you can put it back in. There's a guide ring, I guess you call it, at the top here that's in the block, and then a similar one that's down here in the head. Get those two lined up first in the gasket, and then you can start screwing your head bolts back in by hand. You can reuse these bolts, it's not a big deal. We'll have new ones linked in the description if I can find them on Amazon. You want to start screwing these in by hand because you don't want to cross thread anything. Now before you get this head too tight on here, you want to make sure that you put your push rods back in, and make sure that you get your push rod put in the right hole here. Get your push rod right there. Sorry about my finger being in the light, but you want to make sure it's sitting right in that spot right there. And then you want it to be sitting in this slot right here, and then sitting in this dimple on the rocker arm. So make sure that you don't tighten the head up too much. Once you've got it lined up in those spots, kind of twist it in like that, and then you can see it's in that locked in there, and then we'll do the same for the bottom one. Once you've got those in place, you can start tightening your head bolts to hand tight. You don't want to crank down on one right off the bat. You want to get them all similarly tight, and then you can start tightening them down in a crossways pattern. So once you've got them all kind of sort of tight like that, just to where they're all touching the head gasket, then we can start tightening them down. I'm going to tighten this one, and then I'm going to tighten this one, then this one, then this one over here. So I'm going to get them to where they're pretty tight with a 3/8 drive ratchet, and then I will go around again and tighten them up with the 1/2 drive ratchet. The guy at the parts store said that the torque specs aren't really that necessarily, as long as they're all tightened about the same and they're really tight. Tight enough that it's tight, but not so tight that you pull the threads out of the block. So if torque specs are really your thing, I'll try to find them and have them posted here. If not, you can tighten them down like me. All right, I tightened these pretty hard with the 1/2 ratchet here. Again, not so crazy that you're going to rip the threads out of the head. This is aluminum here, but pretty tight. So at this point, just basically putting it back together the way you took it apart. This kit here does have like gaskets for your intake, an exhaust gasket that we can put in there for our exhaust. As far as your valve cover gasket here, you can just use a little bit of RTV. Clean this old stuff off from here and use a little bit of RTV sealant. I'll have that linked in the description below also. But I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, smash that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below for the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for watching and have a good one.